They thought they had found the perfect loophole, and for months it looked like they were right. Beside the sea lived a town from the children of Israel. Their lives depended on fishing. The sea fed their families, filled their markets, paid for their homes. Every morning, fishermen walked to the shore hoping for a good catch, and every evening the town lived from what the sea provided. But they had been given a command. One day every week was sacred, the Sabbath, a day devoted to worship, a day when fishing was forbidden. At first, they obeyed, even when it was difficult, even when it cost them, even when they watched opportunities pass them by. Then something unusual began to happen. On ordinary days, the fish were scarce. Fishermen spent hours searching. Many returned disappointed, sometimes with almost nothing. But every Sabbath, the sea seemed to come alive. Large schools of fish appeared near the shore, so many that they could be seen from the beach, so close that catching them would have been easy. Week after week, the same thing happened. The day they were allowed to fish, the sea seemed empty. The day they were forbidden, the fish were everywhere. People began talking, in their homes, in the marketplace, along the shore. Why today? Why only when we cannot catch them? The frustration grew until someone proposed an idea, a clever idea, or so it seemed. We won't fish on the Sabbath. We'll only prepare before it. They dug channels from the sea, small ponds, enclosures, passageways that would guide the fish inside. When the fish arrived on the Sabbath, they would swim into the traps themselves, and when the Sabbath ended, the people would collect them. The first week worked. The fish entered, the traps filled, the Sabbath passed, and after it ended, the fish were collected. Nothing happened, no punishment, no warning, no sign. So they did it again, and again, and again. Weeks became months. The traps became larger. The catches became larger. The profits became larger. And every week, without punishment, made them feel safer. Soon, many no longer felt guilty. They felt clever. The command had not changed, but they believed they had found a way around it. Not everyone joined them. Among the town were people who warned them, people who reminded them, people who feared what was coming. But the warnings became easier to ignore. After all, the fish kept coming, the money kept coming, and nothing was happening. The people who broke the command began to look at the warners as though they were foolish, too cautious, too afraid, too strict. If we were wrong, why has nothing happened? Months passed. The sea kept filling their traps. The money kept filling their pockets. And every passing Sabbath seemed to prove them right. Eventually, they stopped looking over their shoulders. They stopped worrying. They stopped expecting punishment. That night, they slept peacefully, certain they had succeeded, certain they had found the perfect loophole, certain they were safe. It was the last normal night of their lives. Morning came, but something felt wrong. The streets were quiet, too quiet. Doors remained shut, windows remained closed. Neighbors called out. No answer. Again, no answer. People gathered, confused, uneasy, afraid. Something had happened, something terrible. Then, the truth emerged. The people who had spent months celebrating their cleverness, the people who believed they had found a way around the command of Allah, had become a sign for everyone else. Allah's judgment had arrived. The warning they ignored, the consequence they never believed would come. Then came the command, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Kunu qiradatan khasi'in. Be apes, despised and rejected. In a single moment, everything changed. The same people who built the traps, the same people who celebrated their success, The same people who thought they had beaten the test had become the warning. The loophole they trusted, the arguments they repeated, the confidence they carried, the safety they felt, none of it protected them. They thought they had found a way around the command. They thought they had beaten the test. They thought it worked. Only then, when there was no longer any way back, did they realize that the command had never been the problem. Their refusal to submit was.